Private jets, Gucci head to toe, Lamborghinis and Rolls Royce, millions of followers on Instagram. This is the story of Raymond Abbas, better known as Hushpuppi, a man who rose from humble beginnings in Nigeria to become one of Instagram's most flamboyant influencers, only to fall hard under the weight of FBI investigation. Welcome to the story of Hushpuppi, the rise and fall of Hushpuppi, from rags to riches and from riches to fall. Raymond Olurua Abbas was born on October 11, 1982 in Lagos, Nigeria. He grew up in a densely populated area called Oshodi, where he grew up with the realities of hardship and poverty. Life wasn't easy. His father was a taxi driver and his mother sold bread, but young Raymond had bigger dreams than him. He often shared on Instagram that he hustled way back from the bottom, before his days of Versace robes and penthouse selfies. Hushpuppi reportedly worked at a cyber cafe. It was there that many believed that he was into internet crime-related activities. By the mid-2010, Hushpuppi had become an internet sensation. He showcased lifestyle that most people could only dream of. $5,000 dinners, custom-made designer wears, and rare luxury cars. He also traveled to many places. He booked apartments for millions of dollars. He booked the world-only 7-star hotel for a week. With over 2.5 million followers because of living a luxury lifestyle, a lot of people fall in love with him. Even those who hate him now fall in love with him and get mesmerized and captivated with his lifestyle. He rubbed digital shoulders with the likes of Davido and Wizkid. In fact, he was only in drama with Nigerian celebrities, accusing them of living fake lifestyle. While he was ironically doing the same, many fans couldn't care less. To them, he was a proof that a poor boy from Nigeria could make it big like him. While Hushpuppi was living like a king in Dubai, many questions started to rise. What exactly did he do for a living? He claimed to be a real estate developer, but no one had ever seen a building in his name, no business website, no real clients. Skeptics started digging, whispers grew louder, allegations of cyber fraud began to surface online, but Hushpuppi kept posting, and he once said, "Don't try to be like me, and don't try to figure me out, because if you try to be like me, you will end up in torture." In June 2020, everything started crashing down. The FBI was in an investigation with Interpol and the Dubai police, also known as the Hunter Fox Hunt 2. Hushpuppi was arrested at his penthouse apartment in Dubai. 12 car seized, 21 laptops, 42 phones, $40 million in cash and crypto assets confiscated. According to the FBI, Hushpuppi was involved in many international cyber scams, including business email compromise, fraud, identity theft, and laundering of money around the world. Hushpuppi tried a $1.1 million fraud attempt involving a Qatar businessman looking into building a school. After his arrest, Hushpuppi was extradited to the United States, where he faced multiple charges of fraud and scams. Hushpuppi didn't just show off money, he changed the view of how young Africans view wealth and success. He became a symbol. Some saw inspiration, some saw deception, but for many his lifestyle was just a goal. In African countries like Ghana, Nigeria, and South Africa, where unemployment rate is very high, Hushpuppi made it feel like there was a shortcut way to success, and a lot of people followed his path. You see young guys flexing counterfeit designer clothes and renting luxurious cars just to post on Instagram, all because they wanted what Hushpuppi had. He wasn't just a scammer, he was a blueprint for cloud chasing. Since the Hushpuppi case, global cyber fraud is very popular in West Africa, especially Nigeria and Ghana. Some even worship scam gods. Yes, actually rituals exist. People praying to spirits for success in their fraud attempts. Yes, that's how fraud has gone. Hushpuppi gave scam culture mainstream attention. Instead of hiding in the shadows, they brag openly, flexing luxurious watches, claiming God did after the scam hit, and mocking hard-working people. But what they don't show, the jail time, the deportations, and the hard work and the negative effects behind all these stuffs. Hushpuppi is the perfect example of a digital mirage. Everything looks real, but it was all fake. His wealth wasn't earned. His fame was built on lies. Even his friendships were transactional. He used motivational lines like, "Don't watch the clock, keep going." Meanwhile, he was engaging in internet crime-related activities. One of the biggest shocks, his connection with a high-ranking Nigerian police officer who allegedly helped him deal with a rival scammer. That scandal rocked Nigerian law enforcement and brought international shame to the whole country. In November 2022, Hushpuppi was sentenced to 11 years in US federal prison. He also agreed to pay restitution to the victims. The Hushpuppi saga exposes the dark side of social media. Millions were captivated with his lifestyle, but behind the filters and the Gucci slides, there was a web full of lies and crimes. It also shows how fame can sometimes shield criminals in plain sight. People looked up to him, tried to copy him. He was a debate on the Nigerian street. The youth were comparing him to the likes of Davido, Wizkid, and even billionaires. But it was all a digital mirage, a rag to riches story fueled by fraud. Hushpuppi's Fall is a cautionary tale for Gen Z, creators and dreamers. Real world doesn't need to shout, raw success doesn't come out of the course of others' pain. And while social media may reward appearance, reality always catches up. This wasn't just a fall from grace, it was a warning shot to anyone chasing fame in the wrong way. What do you think? Was Hushpuppi genius or just greedy? A victim of a system or a master manipulator? That's why it's dangerous to let social media define your world. A lot of his lifestyle are just fake, bro. They are just counterfeit and they are not real. Some he rented, some of the cars he rented, some of the mansions he rented, but people think it's for him. So this is the story of Hushpuppi, from rise to fall. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit the like button, subscribe to Chrissie Trends and be part of this community. We want to reach 1,000 subscribers at the end of the year.